here's the image, and again, it was just from File, New, just kind of showing it to you again. Here's the new document. The presets recently and saved show up, but Art and Illustration came over here. Here's the postcard in inches, and it was just changing this just to make it a smaller file. And if you change this to pixels, 4 by 6 is just multiplying it by 100. Gives you 400 and hit create. Again, the background is the color. You can click here, go to background color. You can click on this to pick a color. All kinds of options to create that. But I just left it white just so that I can show you that this background layer is locked. And when you double click on it, it will unlock it. And you can change the names, all those type of things. Click OK. Red and background for option delete. Command for the background, that gives you that section. So on the layers panel, to create that part that has the circle, so here's the image, for example, that has this piece. And again, the channels, we'll just click back on the composite so you can see it. So that's what it's trying to create again. And it has the highlight on top of it. It has the effects. If you take that off, it's just this red circle. So you can do this a number of ways to get that result. And basically, there's a shape tool, elliptical tool. I'll show you both ways. Here's the ellipse tool. If I just hold the shift key down, just to create the circle, and put it right about in the center, it is a selection, and just go to Edit Stroke. Now keep in mind, 80 pixels. The image is 400 by 600, so 80 pixels from the center out. I've already picked the color red. Okay, so it's going to go 40 and 40 on either side, so just so you can see how big that is, that's a pretty good size. And it doesn't look perfectly round there, so I'm just going to do it again and go to Edit Stroke and just put 20. So that gives me that particular circle. I can still, it's still on the same, its own layer up here, and I can do it again, stroke that on there, and put maybe even 30 onto there, and that gives me that edge. So if you like that piece, just hit that selection, and then the idea is to then take the layers, double click it for the bevel and emboss, and you can see that sometimes the softness that's on there, this is the bevel and emboss, so it shows up a little bit more, the size of it, the depth of it, so you can adjust it here. And then it has the shading, which has the circular part for the global lighting, and I can click it so that it's up to the top. In the video, there's a light source that's going to come across this side. So in order to soften it, you can adjust this part. And keep in mind, these work a little bit more because I have a lower resolution. And so there's the softness. So the light is coming from the top left. There's no reflected light too much. You can, but this is where it's going to show you how to do it. Okay, and go ahead and click OK. Okay, so from here on out is where it's going to show you into the video. So I'll stop it at that point for you so you can see it. But again, if I just hit the Tab key, the rulers, Command off, the letter F shows me just so I have this entire image on the screen, which is good for presentation parts up there.